Okay. How long have you been doing this orchid practicing? Looks so advanced.
I've probably been doing it for over 40 years,
Uh-huh.
but I have never done the calligraphy before. So that's why this is so nice.
Uh-huh. So where did you learn it?
Did you know Henry Wu Key?
Mm-mm.
Henry Wu?
Okay, okay. Chinese?
Yeah, he's Henry Wu was a Lingnan painter.
Uh-huh.
He's probably in his mid-90s now.
Okay.
But he used to be in the torpedo factory in Alexandria, Virginia.
So you learned from the workshop or online or virtual class?
Oh, no, it was a class. I went to his class twice in Martha's Vineyard, once in Florida, I forget where now.
Mm.
And once in his garage, and it was freezing cold.
Ah.
But I also had another teacher before Henry. Her name was Eloise Braylove. She was an American who had studied with someone who knew Henry, I think. That goes many years. I was still in graduate school when I was doing that.
Oh my goodness. So you are very advanced. I'm glad you are here.
Yeah, Eloise was a great painter. She passed away, I think, about 5 years ago or so.
Uh-huh.
But I used to love her style. She had an art store in Rockville, Maryland, and I went in there one day, and I saw all the artwork on the wall, and then there was a sign on her counter said that she gave Oriental art lessons, so I signed up.
Good, good, good. Yeah, Amelie, I saw your work, the orchids. Recent, you just did, you just I mean hand in. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Have you ever do the I know your calligraphy practicing for a long time. Have you ever do the orchids? Yes, you did.
No.
No.
No, I have not. No. I'm enjoying
Then
this.
what about you did painting, right? Did you? You did painting?
You mean painting?
Uh-huh.
I'm an artist, so I've done lots of different kinds of painting, but
I see.
Yeah. Now I did study for a little while with a teacher up in Virginia. Her name is Virginia Lloyd Davies, but we never did the orchid.
I see. Because
yeah.
I remember first you surprised me was the bird. And the bird with the characters and the bird with the fin or something like that. Yeah, the hair, and I can easily tell. Tell that's the advanced. The painter, and that's why I'm curious. I'm very sure you've done lots of painting, but I'm not sure if have you done orchids or any like Chinese or Japanese painting. Not really.
Well, I've struggled to teach myself. I've watched lots of videos, so this is exciting to get better instruction.
I understand. Me too. right. I can, but just sometimes the not very disciplined, and not very motivated to let me sit down for like hours to to learn on computer or on book. It's very nice, and actually for my I mean the job right now, the it's teaching class, but actually most interesting thing for me is I love to find somebody like Charles and like Emily and Kathy does the Tai Chi, the same interests as I do. We can do some things together, because I like to do like just very simple and the elegant, some just ink work stuff. Like Charles told me, he does same thing, kind of like just chrysanthemum and the plum blossom, or just the ink work and very simple orchids thing.
I've always wished that I lived near you ever since I've known about you, but I'm on the other side of the continent.
But yeah, I think this Zoom class, it just works well. Do you think it's good?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver.
Right. And also, I think it's very less chance like a restaurant. It's just nearby, things your favorite is just nearby. It's not like that. And also give you lots of, freedom for the remote things you can do. Yeah. If you really travel for a workshop, it's very less chance, to do. And we can do this remote. I mean, the weekly is perfect.
I agree.
Yes. When I was young, I absolutely didn't expect we can do this. The science, developed very, very fast. The remote things we can do this on computer. Okay, so only one character this time before the class, and we will do some orchids. We can do, always do the orchids, because you can. It can be considered calligraphy strokes. And I don't know. Charles says he never done the Chinese characters calligraphy, and never do the do the orchids brush painting for quite long, almost 40 years. I don't know. It's almost calligraphy strokes there, right, Charles?
Yes.
Yes. So it's interesting to put them together. Okay. So today we learn one word: elegant. Elegant. Look at the handout for the standard first, as usual. We do. Yeah, this elegant, because we think about, we can put these characters together with the orchids painting, ink work, and the calligraphy, perfect combination together. Chinese orchid, some strokes, not very colorful, flower is small, but the gesture of the leaves are very elegant. Oh,
you can mute.
You unmuted.
Not muted.
Okay, and then this slant. When we talk about the stroke of slant, always to the left. Okay, it's too short. Morning, Susan. And so basically left part and the right part. Right part here. One, two, three. In the middle are smaller, if 2 or 3, 3 or 4 horizontal together. And then the last one is stronger and longer. This elegant, the characters for the elegant. I think I did this slant too short. Interesting thing is there are a couple of characters here, and this part I mean, this one. You don't have to learn this, but by the way, let you know, this is the character for tooth, teeth. Teeth or tooth. And this part we learned is people's radical, right? So this is people, right? And as radical, put this stroke horizontal, I mean vertical. This as radical. And this is for the phonetic sound, because this same sound as tooth, teeth, as this character is elegant, nothing to do with the meaning. So we say the combination of the characters if with some different elements, some part with the work of the sound, and some with the meaning. So this probably with the kind of the meaning of the people, meaning of the civilized. So with some this elegant the character with some the people's radical. This is a tooth. Teeth. This people as radical. Let's do it again. See if I can do better. One, that slender one is kind of too small. Funny looking. If more than like two parts or three, look at three parts of them together, don't put them too scattered. They are still same character, the whole thing put together like the squarish, whole thing rectangular square, put them together. I don't know, seems better. Or this a little bit shorter, anyway. Okay, and we do the walking style. Walking style, sometimes we talk about for the easier writing. We do the things order, stroke order sometimes changed for easier writing together. Look at this, the tooth, the teeth part for the sound, not meaning, stay almost the same, right? Almost the same. But the right part, when we write more together, the people's radical is still there, right? You can tell. And that things, this part a little bit different. So this tooth part still, but connected. And the people radical part become like that, down, stay the same. And this order, see, horizontal connect vertical, and then other 1, 2, 3 strokes of the horizontal one. So order changes. The dot, omit the dot, like that, omit, and become just the connect with the vertical stroke. And first do the horizontal stroke, and then just become like a term. Then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just this part a little bit different. Yeah, some connections, but still shows the rhythm very clear because we know the strokes from the standard style, right? Okay, then grass style, running style. This is really running. Okay, the teeth part, left part become really simple. Looks like a one horizontal one, kind of omit. And the right part is kind of do not think the original one. You know, lots of running style make the things really curve, and you need to understand how to go the circle, the curve things. Okay, the tooth part, first horizontal one is still, you can tell very clear. And then this part become just a dot with some like a movement tendency like that. And then directly started the vertical one and the kind of the hook and the connection and to this triangle thing and back to the center and then circle and then very last dot and then the backstroke, this kind of. It's fluent and you can do slow to make it, you know, the rhythm, not everywhere rushed, but need to be fluent. And some people do the bottom vertically, vertical stroke very clear. And some people do very fast, not very show the this horizontal looking thing. That's all right. I'm not confused. Yeah, some you can do this. Sometimes, you know, you can do this circle more clear, or like our sample, you can do that. Almost cannot see the room there, but still circle. Here, look at here, what I'm doing is still circled. And then, you know, these things here, sometimes clear like that, right? If not very clear, you do, but still, you know, you brush, make the turns there. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, like we do, so very connected, like we do Tai Chi. You know, sometimes at the end or at the turning part, you do not really do the big circle there, but you do this kind of the turning there. Don't directly go back. You do a little bit, you know, always rounded at the end, turning things there, like these things. So some, or do again. Lots of cursive style things shows this, technique, these tricks. See here, 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 here. Or I can do a little more circle. Like that. Like that. Or even very small, but it's the brush work there. A little bit of twist there. I mean, circle things there. You understand? This actually is this, but sometimes shows this kind of thing. Okay, it's time to our orchids. Just one character. And the last time, I think the fragrant indistant, we didn't practice yet. So today we are going to do some very simple orchid and then do the fragrant indistant. Try to put that on that because they're very good work. I mean, good characters on that. Let's review it. So. In distance, right? Far, and the characters for the fragrance, right? So later we can do that, or you can do today's one, but you didn't do the homework yet. Probably want to save to next time. Elegant. It's also, you can use these single characters with the other, with the other or by itself together, put on the orchids painting. Okay, now I think I want to do some of the orchids. Do you have the brush and the semi-sized paper or mulberry paper? Mulberry paper is actually kind of the not very absorbent, kind of the semi-sized. Susan, I know you do lots of work of orchids. What kind of paper you use?
Usually I use double Shuan or let me see. I use absorbent paper, not really. I don't know.
Okay, depends how you probably use a lot of paper. And I saw Charles last time used the mulberry paper, which is semi-sized, which is good. And Emily, you said you changed the paper, tried a different paper. What the paper you used?
It was a mulberry paper that I had for a long time. It was a little bit different from the mulberry that I had gotten more recently. So I just wanted to try it.
Okay, I want to do the petal or even sometimes one petal first. Because later I want some overlap and I will do the leaves, like the interweaving thing, not just over cover the flower petal. And flower petal, so it depends. Some people think the petal over the leaves easier or what. So I do petal first, and at least I can save one petal in the front. I tried to do the horizontal one this time and do some kind of not center, and here something. However, we can try different. That's just my trying.
Might change the corner to
What's that?
the flower.
No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. The flower actually very small, but I want to do this first, as we said, this flower is you know, any twist strokes by pressing and lifting. Do that. Oh, by the way, I do color first. Some people do outline first, and I tried many times. My experience, I do not know why. I like to do the color first. I mean, the center color first instead of filling. I don't know. I'm not good at the filling. Filling is kind of looks stiff looking. I try to do the calligraphy stroke for this color first. So the top kind of the twist side view of the petal, I did one, and the center two petals. You know, we talked about like the finger thing. Orchids kind of the, you know, this kind of the flower. You know, outside three of the petals, right? And the two like arms holding thing, embracing thing towards further. I mean, towards in front, frontward toward. And if really facing to you, looks like three petals. They are not, looks like three petals. And you make the two petals really small looking, almost just the tip, sometimes like that. Not like the plum blossom, like the same layer 5 kind of, right? And this kind of the three petals, so not, you know, not, you can, but not, I don't think it's very beautiful. So mostly people do a little bit, at least side view, you know, make the two of the inner petal a little bit smaller or shorter, but you can see five strokes, normally like that. So the side one, and I mean the side view of that. And the other one for the one we can see very clear here. And kind of the perspective. You don't want the color brush too, too wet. And then the other petal here, something like that. And the other one, I got two flowers I'm going to put. The other flowers, the petal, I just do not want to put the whole petal, and not the same level, put a little bit lower, and I just want the half opened the way. I like it. So not each part you can see. You know, just probably one petal you can see opens. Sometimes like that, something like that. Very suggestive. Yeah, that's enough for the petal. And then until a little bit dry, I will do the outline for the petal. Now I'm going to do some leaves, because in the ink painting, 写意 painting, the leaves are very important, the strokes and the looks. Look at the real flower. See, the leaves shows more, right? Shows more. And the flower part is really small, not that showy. That's why the leaves are very important, dominated the whole thing. I use the outline brush because we are going to do outline, or not really fine line. I do very 写意, so it's called double lined. I will do the whole line first. Try to interweaving this flower petal. Not very dark, but ink, but shows. And then I do the whole line at once, and then I do the other line and make this kind of things, a little bit of twist here. You can see, right? And we talk about the flower, the orchids, for this one, specific one. This part is wider. We call it like the fish belly, this part. But remember, this part closer to the root, do not do too wide. Otherwise, you cannot make the second piece of leaves. You cannot, it's hard to make the phoenix eye, no room. So second line, whatever. And then absolutely you do the and then the third one. So the tip from different perspectives, some are very sharp tip and some looks a little bit very, at the rounded, at the dual. It doesn't matter. And I can add some different layer, like the shorter thing. Anyway, I try to make it simple as possible. Okay, and then I very suggestive do the stems for the orchids. Cannot really see here. I mean, for the bottom. Okay, I think now it's time to do the outline for the flower petal. for the twist part, remember I said the petal, the root part a little bit smaller. And then I will do some things, the line, the vein on the leaves. There are kind of the center thing in the center of the leaves, the vein. And you go like a calligraphy stroke, go straight for the whole line. And you do not on purposely stop evenly, but allow some void, doesn't matter. But do not on purposely do that on like the post stamps, very even stop. Do not do that. Okay, and then I put some I call amber is actually umber, the color for first color layer color of the leaves. Weird, huh? Do the light one. You have the outline there already, right? Just very suggestive, do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes at the root part, like when them together, it's a xie, I just cannot define which is which. I mean, this part is okay. And you don't have to exactly perfectly do the color part with outline. And even you want the outline still eventually shows and the color shows, but has not to be exactly fit. It's not elaborate, it's not fine line yet. You do the stem, the stem of the flower, same way. You know, the things about I don't like the semi-sized paper is it never get, I mean, it's hard to get the dry for the color. And when you do xie, it's very, the stroke and especially we do the calligraphy practice, we go very fast, but it's never dry. Okay, that's the first layer of the leaves. Does it look brown? Worry about that? It's very brown, the leaves right now. Okay, now I think it's time I want to dot the, put some line, red, use red to put some line on the flower petal. I will use the red whisk brush because I want the line really, really small. And this brush can control the thickness of the line on the petal. Because on the petal, the size, the line is exactly like the whisk size will be thick enough. I mean, this size. Okay, if you think about it's the inner of the petal, you see the picture, you can see more, it shows more things about the red line. And the back of the petal shows almost just the center one. So very suggestive to that. A little bit smearing, a little bit avoid broken line, just fine. Yeah, I do not do this very, very clear and a flower, only the flower part, attract a lot people's eye. I want the leaf dominate. The bud part cannot really see. Okay, just some hint. And then you dot it, the center. You can change the little bigger brush for dot or just press a little bit. I still use this same color. You can save a little bit of color and save the brush. Do not have to wash that much. The different flower are different pattern in the center, but to do the xie, we always just do some dot. And it shows the tendency, I always say. Too small, how Henry said, cannot really see it. Try to zoom in. Okay, now we have the flower, shows. You can see the real picture. It's not really, the flower part is showy. It's just the leaves. And so I just want to leave it as it is for the flower part. Now we do the second layer of the leaves. Second layer, we want to use the light green. I don't need I don't need this flower. That the whole picture you can see, the flower proportion of the flower, not very big and not very showy. So it's there. Second layer of the leaves, the color do light green. Just put on the top, cover the brown. But with this background of the brown is useful. Make the green, more the color, not very, how do I say, looks more elegant, more, the color sunk some. I mean, sunk. Yeah, sank. And like we said, it's very tough for a long time, not several days. This for like more than 1 year. So the color shows some not tender green with some very quiet and sink down taste thing. So light green as second layer on the brownish umber color. Yeah, do not worry about not even. Still go the calligraphy stroke. And repeat, but doesn't have to be worried about the not perfect covered. Flower stems, flower stem. Or you do not have to. Okay, and then actually better to wait it a little bit drier to do that. And the other thing is, sometimes my semi-size paper, I just cannot tell which side is the right side, front side, which is back. They treat it to size to only treat one side, but sometimes it go to the back side, and sometimes I see the smooth side is front side. You cannot really tell which side is smooth. Anyway, it's handmade. So each time when you touch it, you need to make a friend of that. You need to decide how fast or how slow I need to make. How size you tell. Okay, now we do the dark green. For some place you twist, right? You think which side is the leaves of the front side. The facing of the leaf, not the back of the leaf. So the front one normally stronger color, or you say brighter, more glossy, and the back one lighter. So think which part you decide. Is the front part you make it darker. I mean the dark green on that. And the back, you just leave it.
Nice.
Yeah, question? When it dried, the veins still shows. You do the ink work on the leaves. And then you can put a little bit, you know, this color on, you know, something a little bit. Try to do some things, or just, you know, leave it. And for the center part, we do the red for dotting of the center, indicated just something there, right? Not specifically the pattern, like the real flower. And you can do some yellow, really the center one, like we said, on the flower center, the face, some yellow things looks like the nose, you know, the one big dot there, the flower center. See on the screen, the center there. You can do that, but you don't have to actually for the Sumi painting, you don't have to do the color one. But if you want, just try, you can do that. Do some very thick yellow. And when you do color, you brush, sometimes you need to do these things. You need to, you know, dip in the water and then dry it, very dry. Otherwise get too much water in the color. See, not dark enough. I mean, not rich enough. Do something here. And actually some people do for the, like the things more balanced, they do a little bit green, you know, over when the brush, you can do double load for the red part of the flower center. Because they are together, right? The real flower, blue, I mean the green and the red. I think that's how much I want do. I want minimum things. I don't worry about some things here too brown or not even, or actually I think it's balanced. I can do some things more, a little bit small here, how to balance it. See if we can add one more things here. Not want the same layer a little bit longer. I don't know, sometimes just we say put the feet on the snake, which means did too many things. You know, some I have the really brown one there, the kind of the dead old leaves. See, but no cross, no phoenix eyes there, you know, and then I want to do, oh, better I do cross here, you know, and more and getting worse and worse. That's why I said, you know, for the minimum things, you can, if you can do things really good, then stop. Okay, I better stop. And I try to put the characters here. And for the characters, I didn't bring the wolf hair brush. Better I use wolf hair brush. So we can do fragrant in distance. Here. Right to left, okay. So fragrant in distance, so right to the left. I do the vertical, I mean the horizontal one. And here, my name. The lunar year character, you don't have to do that. And then, where is it? The seal. And I put this rubber pad underneath. And then this is, make sure each part touched and got ink. And then when you put it up, gently touch. Do not do very heavy, and you move the paper. Gently touch. And then press harder. And as I said, to try to feel each corner, each side are touched. I mean, the seal, the stone touched the paper. See my movement there? Make sure each corner touched, each side touched. And then very gently leave it by this hand. Hold the paper. Do not let paper together with this, because sometimes it stick out and up. And then leave it. See? Got perfect. It's blurry, huh? If I got close. Anyway, I think without moving, you can tell. I got each corner and each strokes and each side perfect. So by dipping this, make sure each corner, each side got ink, also center, couple of times, a few times, do that. And then gently put it on, and then feel it, feel each side, each corner, do that. Yeah, hold it. And then when you lift it, hold the paper, this hand, and then gently lift it. You know what? I really don't like this part, and you know, put this together and too much things. Let's do some moss dot to cover it. And after stamping, you know, you just gently, you know, it's paper towel, to clean side, because it's in the ink pad, right, sometimes. And then the seal part, especially, you know, something if over reached and into the carving thing, you try to do that. That's it. You do not have to each time to wash it, use the soap. So put it in the box. Normally we just do that. I want to put some moss dot to cover it.
Susan, so beautiful.
Or Harry is coming, say, oh, put some small leaves probably to cover it. No, I do not want you to do it. Moss dot. I don't want.
松树样的那种，不要圆的，松树那样，你懂我的意思？水草那样。
A little bit of green, a little bit umber, and
I'll use the pattern, you know, like the seaweed pattern, or like a pine tree pattern, kind of.
whatever. This is moss. I actually got some moss, you know, like the Spanish moss, you know.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Thank you. I want to cover it. Yeah, that's mine. That's okay. However, yeah, when you do that, and for this butter, I mean the butter thing, you see sometimes you see some red on the top of the bud. Can put a little bit there. Okay, that's it. And you know, each time we got the different design, I will call. You can from this direction, or you know, from the cliff, you can do some downward thing. You know, you can do lots of things to play with the orchid leaves, and the flower got the most important part. And like I saw Emily's work on you, that you did two pieces of orchid but yeah, you can try to do some, you know, a little bit different. It's a little bit different, because I saw that nothing wrong. It's beautiful. Yeah, each stroke are correct and the whole thing are correct, but just, you know, two two of them very too close, a little bit too close, and the same size. You can do a little bit. Just try, have fun with it. Try the different angle, probably the downward from the cliff. Yeah, it's also possible. And we can do multi times. I love to do things of the orchid leaves, like the play with the play also practice with the orchid leaves. You can always do some things like the like the from the same thing, right? Same thing you do, like three strokes, make the phoenix eye and bricked eye, and so the dominant stroke is like that, and you do a little bit like the balance the things from this direction. You can do this kind of things, or different growth or whatever. Just have fun with it. If on the cliff, do some things, and the bottom one do this kind of things. Right? So this talking about instead of two of them stand there straight. I know, for the just that's why we can do this many times, just for like a paper. I think a painting class Henry talked about, from like the lid of our container, 8 places to start. This two, this two, this two, or this place, to start. That's also the composition for the flower painting, good place to do that. So not like the always in the center. That's the picture of the, like a bio teaching book shows that it always in the center. You can do different for the painting. And it's natural, as we talked about, different growth for the orchids. Sometimes they just lean to one side, because we talked about 3 generations there. One is really like a very old, almost gone, but still there. And some are very, like a young, very strong, and some are little baby, not perfect centered and left and right flipped. It's sometimes, just, so not the artist to do some things. It's natural. So one side dominated. That's normal. So we can do lots of fun to play with the stroke of the life things. So I hope you interested in that, and happy practicing. And you don't have to copy mine. I just do some things in front of you and have fun myself and with you guys, and let you, inspire you to do that. And you create more things. And I said from different angles, and it's natural. The lean to one side, or do some things from the cliff or water bank or with rock. Very good. Yeah, natural things, very good. Or you can simply do some things, then later we can copy some things from very suggestive some clay pot, just one line things, chose the things like a rock thing looking. Yeah, Susan, you have anything to say? Any suggestions? You are expert.
Thank you, Victoria. No, I think your orchid is beautiful because it's very spontaneous, and that's one of the things I love about you and Henry, the spontaneity that you have. And no, just keep practicing with orchids. My collection is from 2011, before I met you. And so yes, I did, and I still have some that didn't work because I did use double Chuan, or I didn't know, by then I didn't know much about qualities of paper and all that. So now I know more, and I do thank you and Henry for all your knowledge. I really admire you.
Thank you,
Both.
Susan.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
I'll
like a
see you,
beautiful
some of you.
speech.
We have another class coming, so we
Yeah.
have to end this
Yes.
one.